Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Walking Strong with Bill Armstrong. I'm Billy Embody. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Bill Armstrong.
As always, I'm Ron Burgundy. We've got some Burgundy here. We don't have the actual Burgundy, but we are back here, of course, talking a little Epoch Wines, but also SMU TCU, SMU Charlotte conference play opens this week. Let's go back to last week. Disappointing one.
I'll tell you, let's start with some wine.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about, like, what's the motto? If you lose, you need it.
Yeah.
I was super disappointed about Saturday. A couple of things. I was. Let's talk about the wine first. Okay, this wine here, it's called Veracity, which means the truth. And you know the SMU motto is Veritas Libertad Vos, which the truth will make you free. So I picked Veracity this week specifically for a couple of reasons. Primarily because if you look at a map of where we're going to be in the ACC, the truth, all those schools right around where we're going, Charlotte, that's why Charlotte is, well, Charlotte's here, but if you look around there, it's Wake Forest, there's UNC, NC State, Duke, UVA is just up the road. The truth is that's where we think SMU should be among schools. So I specifically picked Veracity today because of Charlotte, and there's a connection.
There it is.
So let's talk about two different types of wine. There was so much whining going on Saturday. I'm seriously, Sonny Dykes he's a little. I mean, Sonny, that was pathetic. I mean, the idea that you're trying to run up the score at the end of the game, the fake field goal up by 20, calling that timeout to get that extra 2 points in the last 1 minute. I mean, it was just tacky. I mean, we know. I mean, Sonny, you know I love you, but I did. It's just one of those things that you just shouldn't be a punk. I don't know. How do you feel? I mean.
Yeah, I'm a big believer of if you can't stop it, I mean, some people are going to roll that way, and that's the tough part. And I do feel like
it's just not class.
There's and there is winning with class, there's losing with class, and you don't want to see it. I will say, I think there's so much venom still in this rivalry because he's over there and he gets it, and people dish it out, and I mean,
I don't know. He didn't need to do that, man. He won easily.
I think the top three conference thing, maybe.
I don't know. You know what? I just think he's showing his true colors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you see those comments in the Dallas Morning News? They were just ticky-tack. I mean, it was just like, come on, brah. And let me say this, too. I was on the sidelines, and the TCU fans, the kids are right up next to. These kids took the C out of TCU. I'm saying, I mean, they screamed at me, you, no less than 500 times. It was the tackiest thing. Like at OU, classy fans.
Yeah.
There was nothing. But, boy, at TCU, it was weird. I don't know. I was shocked.
But they don't care.
SMU, when we get good, we don't act that way.
Yeah.
You know, let's be classy. Yeah. All right. That's the wine. Let's talk about this wine.
Yeah.
Because this wine is really fantastic. I think it's a 96 scoring wine. Back when I first got into the wine business, I went and got my sommelier degree, and I fell in love with this blend, which is a famous blend of wine. It's Mourvèdre, Grenache, and Syrah, or GSM, Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre, and it is smooth as butter, and it's just one of those wines that it goes with anything. It's just fantastic. Anyway. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, what wine do you like the most of what you make? I have to say the wine that I drink the most when nobody's looking is probably Veracity.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
A little bit beginning. Sorry, I hope you edit that stuff I put in there. So, that was tough. We all wanted it so bad. I think if you would have told me, we talked about it in the summer, I thought we'd be 2-2 at this point in the season. On the road against OU, and then on the road against TCU, and they went to the national championship last year.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's lower our expectations to something a little more believable. Frankly, I thought we were going to win at halftime. We dominated the first half. If you look at first downs, time of possession,
Rushing
yardage,
yards,
everything.
Yep.
And I don't know, the second half, they just came out and they just kind of put it on us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to point fingers at all because there's no fingers to point. Bottom line is we're going to do better this week.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me, just there was so much dominance in the run game in the first half. I was at the point where just run it every time. And I think, again, not pointing fingers or anything, but just opening the second half, would have liked to see a run play in there. The defense had just come off a difficult drive where they were on the field a while. And I think from there, it just kind of, I think Rhett did say it best after the game. When you get down in some of those opportunities that they had, you have to come away with touchdowns. We kind of talked about it on the pod like before. You've got to score touchdowns in TCU. I thought Chandler Morris, I've got to eat a little crow there. I mean, he was excellent and distributing the ball and all of that.
I got to give Chandler credit too.
Yeah.
I think Preston really pressed this game, and I think he had a lot of things on his mind that was clouding him. I mean, I think he really wanted to show he was better than Chandler.
Yeah.
Both
two HB kids.
Two HB kids.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to get back at Sonny, and it felt like he just put the game on his shoulders, and that's too much to bear.
Yeah.
And like you said, if they would have continued to give the ball to Levine and to Kamar, I mean, Kamar almost broke 5 long runs.
Yeah.
I mean, he is getting better by the week.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's finally getting healthy.
Yeah.
The way he was in high school. So that's really exciting. I'm super pumped about that. I couldn't figure out why we couldn't find open receivers. I got to give it to TCU. I think they're better than I expected.
Yeah.
Especially their defensive backs.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were up and down to start the season. You didn't know which TCU you were going to get, and they came out and they were ready. I give SMU credit too, because last year we saw them not be ready to play or too overly emotional. This past week they came out, they drove right down the field, and they were able to do some things.
Wow.
And they were ready, and the critical moments just kind of sunk them. And now you look ahead to, and I think the score just kind of got away from them at the end. The last touchdown, I mean, 4th and 2. I mean, what you're selling out to stop the run.
Sure.
And
sure.
It is what it is at that point.
Yeah.
But for SMU, I think.
And then you had a coach trying to pile on the score against you too, right? Run the score up, in some tacky kind of way. Hey, listen, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We're beating all the teams we should beat. We're not quite beating the teams we shouldn't be beating.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
So I really feel like we're in the best position we've been since the 80s.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Yeah.
So looking forward to this week. I don't know much about Charlotte.
They brought in a ton of transfers.
Oh, really?
Ton.
Well, they worked for Coach Prime at CU, right?
Yeah, until this past weekend.
That wasn't too good. Yeah, that was brutal.
But it is it's family weekend around here. The Boulevard's going to be popping. Another 6:30 game. So that'll be a bright spot. I think SMU is a very talented team. They have a lot of reason to believe that they should be there in a championship game come December. And I think this weekend they show why they're going to be one of the top teams in the AAC. And look, Charlotte,
I think you're right.
Charlotte is kind of hung around with Florida and Maryland.
Listen, they almost beat Maryland. They almost beat Florida. So I think that they're better than people give them credit for. I just don't know anything about them. And so I do think we run the table from here. I think we go 8-0 from this point forward. This will be an important week because then we have a bye week.
Yep.
And everybody can get healthy and get their confidence back and whatnot. So anyway, go online, get the Pony Express case. We're on bottle 4, Veracity this week.
Yeah.
Or just go online and buy the bottle. Saturday night we'll be drinking it because we earned it.
Yep. EpochWines.com/pony for that Pony Express case. Use promo code PONY for free shipping as well. You get all that. Get the 12-bottle set, and this is a real treat. This is one of the best for a reason. So cheers to that.
All right.
Appreciate Bill Armstrong stopping by, of course, on Walking Strong with Bill Armstrong, of course. And we will catch you guys next week. Are we doing a bye week one? We're taking a break.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
So go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs. Appreciate you guys listening, and we'll catch you later on this season.